What's up?
What's happening?
What's up? We're already recording actually because one of the things. By the way, welcome everybody. This is the Everyday City Carry with your boy girl Kelly. We got Grateful Panic knife reviews on the pod tonight. Thank you for filling in, buddy. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, it's my pleasure, man. For real.
Yeah, Sasha couldn't. Stasa couldn't make it. Sasha, and then Stasa is like he became like a Russian mail order bride for some reason. But yeah, the hurricane, like, you know, kind of fucked everything up. He's safe, but I was just like, just take care, bro. Like, don't even worry about it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for doing this, man. Like I was explaining, we're already recording because I like to do this like background removal, like style thumbnails right now. And like when you and I have headphones on, like it's weird. Like sometimes one headphone is missing, so like I just had to do it. With you, I think your picture it's gonna be fine because like you're the only one in the shot, so I think it'll be good. But we're gonna try that, man.
The thumbnail that you just put up definitely confused the shit out of me.
Why? There was a dishwasher in it. Right. There was a Robbie. There was Beckett.
There was Beckett.
Was you and me.
So, but the Beckett scene is the riot scene. Yeah. And I was like, and for some reason, I thought that we had watched like a video about a riot, and I'm thinking back, and I'm like, no, what Beckett. Did we watch with the? And then I was like, well, there's Beckett, but what's the riot?
There was a riot in the movie.
I was so slow, and then it hit me. That was like the secret. I was lost. I was, you know,
my girl is.
I was looking for all the little hints. I was like, oh, that must be one of the TikToks.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Yay.
brother.
Cheers, man.
Yay.
So this is the first time you've done the show. And for those of you who don't know, Grateful Panic is a homie of mine. And he definitely supports the show a lot. He's always at the lives. And he's part of the Patreon, and truly appreciate that, man. But how did you get started with like collecting knives and shit?
Well, I always had a knife like as a kid. I think my first one was like a traditional case trapper that my dad gave me when I was real young.
Classic.
Yeah, and but I mean that's really all I knew was the trapper, and then of course like little buck hunting fixed blades or whatever, and then I started, you know, getting in the back of magazines. You see the little cheap brass butterfly knives, and you know, so I would trade. I think in middle school I ended up trading my case knife for a little cheap butterfly knife, which probably cost 1/10 of what the case knife did, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. Well, like when I got older and I kind of got out of it, you know, I always had a case knife or a Victorinox or something like that just for as a tool. Wasn't a collecting thing at all. And then basically, long story short, after years of just having always one knife, I went online looking for. I was trying to find a knife that would just last me forever. You know, I'd never have to buy a new one. It was just a really good knife. Yeah. And I stumbled onto, because I found Kaiser knives.
Yeah, nice.
And I mean, it was the Vanguard series. They ran $60 to $80 and had decent materials. In my opinion, at that time, I knew nothing about knives. I didn't have a clue. They threw out VG10 and G10, and I'm like, oh, that's got to be good stuff. There's letters and numbers in it, man. It's scientific. And I stumbled across Frankie and Bird's channel because at that point they were reviewing a lot of Kaiser knives, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. I discovered that there were people actually collecting these things, and it was this whole community, and I jumped into it and haven't looked back yet.
What do you know? Which model you bought? Like the first Kaiser?
It was actually the first one I bought was the original beg lighter.
Ah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, it's crazy because I had a similar journey, man, where it's like I discovered like Nick Shabazz, Frankie and Bird, love them knives. And I was like, what? There's people doing this? And there was a whole bunch of like people that anodized knives and stuff, like JD Cutlery. Remember when JD Cutlery was making all these videos and you're like, wow, that looks so cool. I want to learn how to anodize too. And that was like the early years. So how long have you been, I guess, seriously into the hobby? Like 4 4 or 5 years ago or something.
About 4 years ago, I think it was like, yeah, it was. Matter of fact, I stumbled onto your channel through Frankie and Bird.
What?
Like, you had maybe 2 or 3 videos out at the time. They mentioned you in one of their videos.
No, they didn't.
Yes, no, seriously, and they were talking about, you know, the production value, and I was like, well, let me go check this out.
What?
And I can remember being bummed because at the time you were only putting out a video like every couple of weeks because of the production value. Like, you would take you so long to do all your editing and everything, and I'd be like, man, I wish you'd put out more videos like more often. And then like fast forward to the day, and I can barely keep up with it. You're putting out so much content, like. Yeah,
I'm like massaging my head right now because I never knew that Frankie and Bird mentioned me. I'm actually scared to invite them on the pod because here's the thing. Sometimes I feel like, you know, they're big fish. You know what I mean? Like,
big fish.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm like, stop thinking like that because you've had, you know, some of the biggest fish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm still scared, bro. Like, even sometimes, you know, like I'll see someone with like 5K or like just a little bit more like subs than me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna message them. I don't know what it is. It's an insecurity thing. I have no idea what it is, but that happens to me. How did you get into knife YouTube though? Like, when did you start doing that?
Well, it was probably, let's see, I really got into the hobby heavy, and honestly, what really got me into the hobby was another person that Frankie and Bird mentioned was Jimmy Slash. So I started watching his YouTube channels, and then he mentioned in one of his videos about his Facebook group. So I was like, well, let me go check that out. And then I discovered there's this whole Facebook world of knife collecting too. So I mean, it got even worse. But so that was like towards like probably October or so of 2018, I believe. 2017.
Yeah.
So then, it was 2017. About midway through 2018, I watched YouTube YouTube videos constantly. That's on my free time. That's all I did was just watch YouTube videos. And I was like, dude, it looks fun. I mean, I'd like to try my hand at it and see see how it goes. And this was right about the time that Big Red started his channel. And I'd like messaged him, we'd started talking or whatever. And I kind of asked him for advice, and he was like, hey, you know, the only advice I can give you basically is just go for it. If you want to do it, just go for it. And I was like, screw it. So in the beginning, dude, I had a broken selfie stick with my phone attached to it. The selfie stick was attached to an igloo cooler with ace bandages, and then I had a sheet thrown over the top of the cooler, and that was it.
That's awesome.
I did a lot of that sort of like duct tape and rubber band style, like guerrilla film at, you know, shooting stuff before. It's crazy how, you know, during the beginning years of this channel, like it was such a different form than what it is now. You know what I mean? I do sometimes when I watch old videos that I've done, I'm like, man, like if I kept doing this style, I would be like crazy right now. But I actually enjoy what Kelly and I do now more. You know what I mean? I feel more fulfilled. Fulfilled.
Right. I'm more fulfilled.
I turned Asian. Fulfilled. No, it's like I feel more fulfilled, and I feel more connected to the people that enjoy the channel or the Patreon or the vlogs or something. Do you feel that way too? I know you do a lot of shows, bro. How many shows do you do a week now?
Well, I've kind of slowed down a little bit on that. I don't want to go too crazy, but basically I do one definite every week on Tuesday nights. I do 9:30, and there's no time limit. It's just like 9:30 till whenever. And then every other Saturday night I'll do one. Like so this past Saturday night was On the Edge with Kevin and Kyle and and Chris Grady and all them. And then on the weeks that they don't do theirs, I'll do a Saturday night one. And then, you know, just randomly here and there, if, you know, people, you know, some of my friends will say, hey, would you be interested in doing a live stream tonight? I'll, jump on there and do one. And it was just a way to hang out with, my YouTube friends.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that. I love, that aspect of the knife community, because I think when I found like the hobby, I was actually looking for a community myself. You know what I mean? My dad had just passed away. My dreams of becoming this international DJ superstar were basically crushed. You know what I mean? So my community was the nightlife community. You know what I mean? Like, I would go to a gig, hundreds of people want to be my friend, even though in my mind I knew they just wanted to be my friends to get backstage, things like that. So it definitely, I didn't have the closeness that I feel now. I mean, dude, just a perfect example of like how touched I am by this community. So we had that whole story about the Delta variant stuff with Kelly. Like, there was some, were you there at the live last night? When that story? Yeah. So I get a message, I get a DM, somebody slid into my DMs and is like, hey man, my wife's a nurse. I have a bunch of rapid tests and I'm going to send them to you right now. And I mean, I would never get that from the nightlife community. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is like, that I basically just told a story like on the live last night, and this person is like, yeah, I just started just watching the live, and I heard that story and we have tests. I'm gonna send them to you tomorrow. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's so nice.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's so insane.
I know.
How long have you had your channel up?
I started about midway through 2018. Had it going for right at a year, and then I took a break from about June of 2019 until this past January. So really started it back up again.
Are you like posting more and doing, I mean, you do shows now more often, so you're doing it weekly. So definitely that consistency is what's going to help,
Right.
Especially with long form content, right? People just expect that every Friday there will be an episode of EDCC, right, and every Monday there's going to be a live show. Like, we just don't miss that. And every Sunday we do it's crazy. You know what? Now that I think about it, we crazy.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that,
dude? Monday,
you're fucking psycho.
Monday's the live. Tuesday I record a pod. Thursday is Twitch. Friday is Twitch, and then Sunday we do Patreon.
Yeah, and so the funny thing is like he doesn't fully understand this, but there are certain days like today I literally have trouble focusing because I'm so exhausted because we haven't had
pretty, so we need you on the podcast. Look at her, she just got her hair done.
I know. We haven't had 8 hours of sleep in one night in well over 2 weeks.
I only need 6 or 7.
He says I only need 6.
I'm not saying you
8 at least twice a week.
Yeah, I'm about to do the Rock, bro. I'm about to do the Rock and wake up at 4 a.m.
If you wake me up, I swear to God, there will be a murder in this house. This guy. And so then he'll be like, oh, well, you should go to sleep early. But then he's so hyped when he gets done with the podcast, he'll come in and tell me about it.
No, I don't.
Okay,
do that,
hold
bro.
on.
Come
Wait,
on.
let's rephrase it.
I just talk to the cat.
He tells the cat about it, who is at the side of the bed.
There's a girl, yeah.
He'll be like, Greggy.
Have you noticed like an uptick in subscribers since you've been doing these shows consistently?
Yeah, big time. And a lot of it came from, with help from other people kind of putting the word out saying, hey, check this channel out, subscribe to this channel. But I mean, in the past.
Hey, babe, can you get me whiskey? Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, keep going.
It's been the largest jump that I've ever had. I mean, it jumped probably about 230 in the past month.
Dude.
Yeah. So before that, I was averaging 100. It would take me, 2 or 3 months. I'd move up, 100 subscribers or so. Yeah. But this past month, it's been nuts. Yeah.
It's crazy because definitely this past month for me, the same thing happened where I've had the most significant jump in subs in a long time. And that's due to, I'm going to say the Skylar Martinez podcast, the Cedric and Ada one, and doing that tag, the 5 Knives That Make Me Happy. It's funny because people watch that video and they were commenting man, you like have really good editing and stuff. And these are new people that have never seen the videos before. And in my head, you know, I had like a little thought bubble, and it was just, y'all must have forgot.
Yeah.
This is what I used to do, but I love
from back in the day.
I love doing tag videos, man. That's one of the cool things about Knife YouTube is there's just a lot of collabs and open tags. And even though you don't get tagged, people usually say you can just join it anyway, which is really, really cool. I do have some segments here for you. I know you're familiar with the show. I have a sharp or dull segment, of course, where I go through some of the new arrivals on Blade HQ with you, and we are going to decide whether they are sharp or dull. And I also have a verse.
Kelly's going to guess my answer, right?
And of course, I have videos at the end, as usual. So let's get started right now. Let me show this. Is this the one right here? Okay. So this is the Paragon Warlock. Let me zoom in a little bit so you get a better view on that. This is a cool one. I've tried this knife before, just not this version. And you're looking at $770. Have you tried one of these before?
No, and it's the like that gravity style kind of where you manipulate the handle to.
You got to press the middle, and then it kind of drops, and you got to do a little swing, and it's pretty cool. Kyle J. Lanfear, Red Wolf EDC, shout out to him. He, you know, passed this around to the Apex Fast Round group, so I did get to try that. But this is like a new variation of it. It's $770, so it is a little steep. CPM S35VN, titanium scales, 7.74 ounces. It is not light, and made in the USA. What are you going on that?
This 100% dull.
Yeah, too expensive.
Yeah, too expensive and just too not me. That's way too flashy. And then the weirdness of the deployment method. I would never. I don't know. It's definitely dull.
I'll carry that for you.
Yeah, see, my girl, I knew she was gonna like it. So the thing with this knife for me when I tried it is I thought it was really cool. It's kind of more like a fidget, like a novelty fidget item. And I did like it, but man, 770 is steep, man. I'm going
not dull. For 770.
I'm going dull on it too.
170. Yeah.
Dude, 170. I would have bought this like today, bro. You know what I'm saying?
170, 770, absolutely not.
We will go to the next one here, and I want to say this is a category.
Oh,
this is a knife that could be categorized by the Instagram page Poop Knives. This is the Zero Tolerance 0350. It's the new Hyena Brown one, G10, and $222.40. CPM S30V, liner stainless steel, G10 scales. Made in the USA. What do you think? What say you?
I unfortunately have to go dull on this one too. This has always been a very awkwardly shaped, awkwardly sized knife, and I hate the tiger stripes on the blade.
I'm with you on this. Actually, this is one of those classic ZTs that a lot of people like, and I've never liked it, dude. No. I've just never liked it, man. It's just kind of a weird one for me. But the reason why I wanted to show this, it's a new color variation. And one of my favorite Instagram pages, Poop Knives, would definitely feature this there because it looks like poop. Like the scales look like poop.
It's really funny because like separately, so if you had the handle separate from that blade, right, and either did an all black or an all silver blade, it would be more attractive. Or if you just had the knife and then had just a black.
That's traditionally scales. That's what it comes in. It's black.
It's really just that the patterns don't match to my eyes. My eyes don't like the stuff together.
I'm not into
but
it.
It is an interesting looking little knife there, I will say.
We're going triple dull.
Triple dull.
Triple dull. All right, next, let's see what we got here. We're looking at the QSP Penguin. This is the titanium model. I've tried the G10 version before and I loved it. $96, 97 basically. 154 cm, titanium scales, 3 ounces, 3.07. And 97 bucks, man. What say you?
Yeah.
I say sharp, 100%.
I'm going sharp on it myself.
All right. I have something to confess.
Sure.
So I just watched an episode of Criminal Minds.
Okay. And what? There's a penguin in it?
Talked about Jack the Ripper. And as soon as I saw this, I was like, that looks like something that would be
that's not. They wouldn't even have this then.
Not just for murdering people in a back alley. This is a crazy looking knife. You have to admit that.
It's a sheep's footy.
It looks like, a dark alley type of not a fun night for someone.
Not a fun. This is an EDC. This isn't even tactical.
We cut boxes here.
Look, sheep's foot. What's menacing about that?
Sheep's footy.
Sheep's footy, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going sharp on this, though, right?
Sharp.
Triple sharp. Got it.
It's one of my favorite knives. Like, hands down, the penguin was awesome.
Nice. Oh, yeah. It's a good one, man. It is a good one.
Does it still look menacing?
No,
that doesn't look as menacing. I think it's the black blade.
Like, it's so funny. Jack the Ripper, Jack the Penguin.
Sometimes he shaves his beard. Sometimes he kills people in the back alleys.
When you hold this knife, you go after prostitutes because that's what he did.
Also, I think the word penguin probably threw in the dark alley.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Penguin? Jeez. All right. So this is the Civivi Lazar.
Lasagna.
I mean, I want to call this shit the laser, but I believe it's the Lazar. This reminds me of the Civivi McKenna designed by Elijah Isham. This is another Isham design. It feels like they just stretched it out. You're looking at 60 bucks. It's a liner lock, and you've got 10 CR15 MOV, which I've never really had before. 2.61 ounces, very light. And looks, G10 scales. It's Civivi. It's probably going to have a great action. 60 bucks. What say you, brother?
Unfortunately, I have to say dull on this one, too. And it's not because of Elijah Isham, because some of his designs are out there. Some of them I like. So I just kind of take them, design by design. But this one looks very Sienkiewicz-y, and I've never liked Sienkiewicz's designs. Whole kind of the...
Not even the 0456?
No.
What? That's one of my favorite.
Not even the 0456?
That's one of my favorite knives.
QZ1?
That was the first expensive knife I ever bought that was anodized. And I bought it from JD Cutlery. Yeah. It was 275 bucks. I've never spent that much money on a knife ever. The only time I would drop that amount of cash on something, it would be like for a new PS3 or Xbox or something, like that, like something electronic, not a fucking knife. And I did, but that was the knife that sealed the deal, man. That's the knife that kind of like told me,
Didn't you spend that much on the Clemente?
No, the Clemente was after.
Oh, okay.
That was the first knife I reviewed on YouTube too. It was like a hit. But that sold me. Basically, I'm like, okay, knives are actually pretty cool. People just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah. So you're going dull on this one. I'm gonna go sharp on it because I like the McKenna, and I have faith in Isham. I do like a lot of his knives. My girl is
it doesn't
neutral.
Tickle my pickle.
Yeah, doesn't tickle the clitoral region. All right, let's go down here. So this is the We Knife Sakshi. I want to say, I don't know. I do love the blue here with the marble carbon fiber. This is 183 basically. Typical We Knife price, right? CPM 20 CV, 3.07 ounces. Some bearings, of course. I mean, that's like a carbon fiber, like I said before, but I just like this color combination. There were other ones, but this black and blue with a black blade, it kind of, what it kind of reminds me of? Like a big Ferrum Forge Stinger. I don't know if you've ever had that knife. It looks like that, right?
This was in a discussion in a live stream recently, and basically it was decided that it was kind of a ripoff of the Gent.
So the mass drop Gent,
right? Which is also a Ferrum Forge knife as well. So
interesting. Is this Ferrum Forge though, or it isn't?
I don't think this is. It could be. I know they collaborate with We.
No, it's an in-house design. It doesn't tell you what it is. So damn, that definitely. I mean, this like little thing right here. That's Ferrum Forge, bro. Like I see that all the time.
Yep, all day long. And honestly, I would say on this one, I'm gonna have to go Sharp.
I'm going Sharp on it. I do like it. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, I would like to check it out. Like if it's an Apex, bro, I'm putting my name in the hat. You know what I'm saying? Like for sure.
Yeah. For 183 with carbon fiber and 20 CV, and it's a Wii knife, that's not bad at all.
No. Not for the materials, and it's a Wii. You know it's gonna be good. I mean, I don't know if I've ever had a Wii where I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Even if I didn't like the design, or if it wasn't just my style, I could always appreciate how well made it is, and the action is usually pretty good, right?
Definitely. Whether you like the design or not, it's always.
I said Wii, and she's thinking of Dom.
I don't know if I've ever had a Wii that I didn't like. And I'm like, God, he likes the pee-pee.
Oh boy! See, my girl is the color commentator.
Starfish is another name.
It's like
for
starfish is a slang term for butthole. Any
correlation?
You think they're connected? She goes, no. Anyways. That's from the new Suicide Squad movie. That was John Cena's line. He's like, no. He writes on his back.
Nope.
That's so funny. All right, so we have finished the Sharp or Dull stuff pretty quickly, actually. I didn't think we were going to do that, but I do have some verses here that I think might take some more time. All right. So I have companies. This is what I did. This is very different. So I have companies, and we're going to put them against each other, and you're going to tell me which one you like better, okay?
Ooh, Coke. Okay.
All right, no. Spyderco or Benchmade. And just to give you a refresher of what they do, here's shots of their Instagrams right here.
I'm going to go Benchmade.
Really?
Yeah, and
Benchmade is on the right, Spyderco is on the left here.
Because Spyderco doesn't have the flip.
They do sometimes.
No, they don't.
Actually, they don't usually.
They always have the finger.
What are you thinking, John?
Man, see, this is a tough one because, and honestly, I don't have any besides. I think Monterey Bay Knives is the only real brand that I fanboy over. Otherwise, I go by knife model, not by company. So I don't really have any loyalties. And this one's hard.
Pick one though. You got to pick one.
And I honestly, I almost want to go Spyderco just because there's more diversity and variation with them. With Benchmade, you're gonna get an axis lock. And that's it. Spyderco, there's they do a lot of different blade steels. They have several different locks. More varied designs, and even though I hate to do it, I'm gonna have to go Spyderco.
I feel like you would go Spyderco.
I've definitely fallen in love with more Spydercos than I have with Benchmade knives. The Benchmades that I have, I really like it, and there's some things that I got to try this year that I really like too, like the Mini Adamas. Shout out to Blade Brigade New York for letting me check that out. I was like, damn, this is finished so nice. Like the fit and finish on the Mini Adamas was like phenomenal. It was the green with it kind of looks like a river edge cutlery blade. You know what I'm talking about? And I was like, dude, this is so sick. Like I loved carrying it, and it just looked really nice. But I just feel like I do like Spydercos more. My favorite Spyderco is the Spyderco Capara, and like every time I hold that knife or I bring it out, it's my favorite. So I'm gonna go Spyderco on that one too. My girl is going Benchmade.
And I have no real say in it, to be honest. I'm just throwing it out there. My opinion.
You know what annoys me with Spydercos though? The sprint run shit. That shit drives me absolutely freaking crazy, bro. It drives me so insane. It's the same thing as, how we just got these new phones, babe? It's like fucking flexing so hard on the pod right now.
Right.
We just got these new phones.
Yes.
So what Samsung will do is, since they only released the phone, well, your phone was released in multiple colors, but it was like 3 or 4.
4 colors.
So the Galaxy Z Flip 3 was only released in 3 colors, and what'll happen is, in like 4 months, they will say, hey, we've got a Dynamo Red one coming out, and it's 14, you know, it's whatever, it's $2,000 and people are going to buy it. Why didn't you just release it the same time as the other ones? Because now if I wanted a red one, I'm probably not going to get any more because I just spent $1,800 on this one. You know what I'm saying? Spyderco will do that shit. They'll release a knife and then they'll say, hey, this one's coming out with this new steel that we're fucking with, and it's awesome. And, you know, here we go. And it's going to be super expensive. Everyone's going to buy it, and it's going to go to secondary market. It's going to be like 3 times as much as you would pay for it at retail, and it fucks everything up. And it seems to be a formula that they're cashing in on a lot right now. And I feel as if they've been really lazy with their releases this year. Like, I just don't like anything from them right now.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And honestly, like, okay, I think the main thing that really kind of irked me with them was the whole slish buoy, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And the reason is, okay, when the first, you know, iteration of it, that they sell it for such, you know, this price, and then it just blows up. It's going for crazy exorbitant rates on the secondary market. So then they wait a couple years and then they release another version and they jack the price up because they know people will pay it. Not because it's worth that, but they know people will pay that price, so they jack it up. And that, I mean, that to me, that's wrong. That was kind of messed up.
Well, that's kind of the same thing that's going on in the housing market right now too. It's like a lot of people moved out of their apartments because they left because of COVID from populated areas, and now all the prices in New York are like skyrocketed, super inflated.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So rude.
I'm just not that into sprint runs. I understand. You know, TRMs are done small batch, right? And, you know, everything is pristine. I do like TRM a lot. And I understand what they're doing, but Spyderco is a massive company. They have massive production capability, and they're doing this on purpose. And some people like it. I asked Neves Knives, Jared, you know, what he thought about sprint runs. That was the Sharp or Dull. One of the segments that I did with him was Spyderco sprint runs. He said, I like it. I don't participate in it myself, but people find a lot of joy collecting a Spyderco Paramilitary 2 in different steels, and they just have 20 PM2s. I'm like, bro, I'm not into that because I don't have that much money. And I enjoy other shit too. That's why I can't put that much money into it. But dude, some of these, you know, some of the people in our community just love that stuff. Oh, I gotta get the Shaman and Maximet. Oh, I gotta get the, you know, I gotta get this and the new, you know, booty steel or whatever. You know yeah, yo. It's like, man, you know, it doesn't rust.
My goodness.
All right, we'll go to the next one. Okay, so this is gonna be a funny one, I think. Well, maybe not. I don't know. So cold steel versus zero tolerance, and I'm talking about the old school ZT, not this new school bullshit where they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm talking about the old school ZT, proudly overbuilt, when that was their slogan, versus cold steel, and I'm gonna show you their Instagrams right now too. What do you think, man?
On this one, I'm gonna have to go cold steel, just because it's a more familiar, and of the models that I like from cold steel, there are more than I like from ZT.
That's fair. That's definitely fair, because I only like old school ZT. You know, when their knives just felt like tanks, and you knew, oh, I paid $250 for this because this thing, you know, I could break bulletproof glass with it probably, because it's like so heavy. There's so much metal, so much machining. Their machining was legendary at the time. I feel as if cold steel, they've carried over. They've stayed true to what they've been doing the whole time. We have giant ass knives that fold and are super sharp when you get them. Yeah, you can cut. I mean, you were talking about Jimmy Slash earlier, you know, the brisket killer himself.
Yeah.
All he does is cut brisket, and I love Jimmy, man. He's so funny. But yeah, I'm gonna go cold steel on this too. Even though I love ZT, I think Cold Steel as a whole is probably better. Although I actually don't have. I think I have a Tough Light. That's the only Cold Steel I have right now. What do you have? Do you have anything from them?
I have a Pro Light Sport and an Airlight are the only ones I have from them right now. Another thing about Cold Steel that I dig is I like really good action on washers, and Cold Steel does a great job of, just for a production knife, having smooth action on washers.
Yeah, they're pretty solid all around, in my opinion. I had the biggest knife I had from them was the Voyager XL Tonto.
Ooh,
dude, I was cutting, you know, those foldable like outdoor tables that are white, they're heavy, and you use them to have picnics or something in your backyard.
The ones that have the little lifetime sticker.
I stabbed a hole through that so we could get cord with a wire through it with a Tonto, that Voyager XL, and it was fine, bro. I was like, man, this is crazy. I mean, it took a while, but you know, I did it, and yeah, very heavy duty stuff, man. So you're going Cold Steel on that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because I had the Raja 2, and I can't remember the dimensions. It's big. I mean, it's like
shit. You know what's funny, bro? You just reminded me right now.
I thought something happened.
I have the Colossus right now.
Holy cow!
Yeah. I forgot Bacon Swag FL. Let me borrow this. This thing looks like a dick, dude.
Looks like a whale dick.
Yeah, it does.
That's like a sperm whale dick.
It's a sperm whale, bro. This thing is so crazy. I don't understand like the wave feature, honestly, on this. It's I don't know. I don't use it.
Right.
I've really only taken it out. I don't even want to fuck with it too much, but
it works though, because the Raja 2 had it, and I took it. I carried it with me one time, and it was to take it to work to show some friends of mine.
Yeah.
And you know, when you pull, I pulled my shirt up, and there's like this much knife hanging out of my pocket. That's it. And then I pull it out, and it's like this much knife fully open. Like as soon as you pull it out, and they're like, "Whoa, was that open in your pocket? How'd you do that?"
Yeah, like, exactly.
That's so funny.
It's so hilarious, man. We are gonna get into some videos now.
Oh, here we go.
This is why we have Kelly here. She's a very good addition to this part of the pod.
It is not for telling you which knives I like best.
No, you're great.
I like the shiny ones.
You're great on it. The pod is always better when you're in it. But so I do have a bunch of videos here, and we're gonna find out what they are. I of course download them randomly. Yep. And by the end of the day, I have no idea what they are anymore. So let's check out the first one here.
Let's do it.
One, what's your emergency?
I lost the kid I'm babysitting.
It's all right. We're going to send someone over. What happened?
We were playing hide and seek, and I've been seeking for like 3 hours. I can't keep seeking.
You're sure you checked the whole house?
Yes, but he's not normal. Connor went to magic camp.
What does that mean?
It's an illusionist camp. They like escape stuff and eat coins.
Have you checked outside?
You don't understand. Last week he made me pick a card and a bird flew out of my mouth. He doesn't own a bird. Where did that bird come from?
Okay.
Oh, no. His parents are pulling in.
Maybe they know where he's hiding.
I'm not going to get into college. Oh my God. Am I going to go to jail? What the fuck, Connor?
Ma'am?
You in the fucking freezer? How do you breathe in there? It literally can't.
That is fantastic. I don't even remember downloading that.
I hope that she quit.
Oh, what do you mean? That seems like a fun kid.
She's going to have a mental breakdown
to babysit, man.
A bird flew
time. Red Ranger, Cheetah Blade, Yellow Ranger, Dino Daggers, Black Ranger, AK-47.
Oh my God.
White Ranger, Whip.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
No.
Oh no.
Am I getting canceled for that? I mean, I can make it. It's funny though. It's funny.
I don't feel horrible for laughing at that at all.
It was funny as hell.
Did I ever tell you that the kid who I grew up next to, his like Taekwondo instructor was the Green Ranger.
Tommy?
Tommy was his.
I would have loved that.
I think it was Taekwondo or
he
something.
He does MMA now. He fights like.
Yeah, but
he's an MMA fighter.
Legit used to like trade with him. And I thought that was so cool. I'd tell all my friends.
Yeah, that's what's nuts is I actually was watching the Power Rangers when I was in the Philippines before I forgot which company bought it and replaced the actors with Americans.
Right.
Because in the Asian version, the Yellow Ranger was a dude.
Oh yeah.
That's why when you watch the American version, she's really flat chested, but they made her Asian, so people didn't question it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was, and in the Asian version, you know, them motherfuckers died. They didn't survive the whole show. Some of them died and were replaced by new people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very different.
One of the Rangers did die. One of the female Rangers died in the car accident.
What, the yellow one or the pink one?
Either the yellow.
Kimberly?
Well, there were only two.
I'm guessing right here.
I know one of them passed away.
There's your vaccine.
Well, then one of the Rangers stabbed his roommate with a sword.
Go ahead. My bad.
One of the Rangers what?
Oh, you're good. He stabbed his roommate with a sword.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
I want to say it was the red one, but I mean, I could be totally way off. But yeah, his roommate apparently broke into his room and he defended himself with the sword that was hanging on his wall. And
so it was self-defense, though.
Yeah, but I think he still got in trouble for it. But I'm not sure.
It's, what is that called? Manslaughter, right? If you have a weapon and the other person doesn't. I mean, that's fucked up. I mean, wild. Maybe not as fucked up as this, though.
Okay, there's your vaccine. And here's your card. Not laminated? Nope. And it doesn't fit my wallet. Yeah. Well, that's inconvenient. But you'll still need it to get in places. Okay, I guess I'll just hold it. And don't lose it or you're fucked.
Vaccine card. They make these things too big.
That is so funny.
Dude, that is
I will
so
say this.
Fucking annoying.
So I went in to get my COVID test today.
Yeah.
And she goes, you know, have you gotten your vaccine? And I was like, yeah, I got my vaccination. And she goes, okay, I'm sending you a link. You got to just sign in. And so I'm like, okay. So I sign into this link and I'd never been at this hospital, but my vaccination information popped right up.
Yeah.
I was like,
share it. I mean,
well, all right.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it was cool because I didn't have to tell her what I got or when I got my last vaccine or anything.
Because right remember when each time that we went, right, for both shots, they did everything on the iPad and they were taking notes and all that. They take your social, they take everything.
Well, good then.
So they're tracking us, man. They're tracking us with microchips in our blood.
That means if I lose my card,
Earth is really flat. Yeah.
Oh my
most fucked up thing I've ever seen.
Actually, this is for Patreon. My bad.
That's hilarious.
All right, let's do this one right here.
So we're going to be doing some word association now. So I'm going to say a phrase, and you're going to say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Come in.
Side me.
What?
Did I do it right?
Oh shit, man. I love these, man. I you know what's crazy is this podcast has allowed me to share my love for these types of things with people, and you know, people have responded well to it, so it makes me really, really happy.
Did I do it right?
He said, "Come in, side me."
Babe, can we fuck?
Accurate.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'm tired, bro. I wouldn't do that shit.
Can we fuck?
That would be you. You'd be on me. I'm like, chill, yo. I'm trying to go to sleep, bro.
You wish. By the way, speaking of videos that ruin us, today my classmate sitting next to me eating spicy Cheetos, and she's like,
wanted to eat that.
She goes,
yeah,
and I was like, no, but my fiance just made me watch this video about what a guy sees his wife doing at 3 a.m. And he opens his eyes and she's sitting in bed adding hot sauce to spicy Cheetos, watching like her iPhone. And then she pretends to be like asleep. And now that's all I think about. And she goes, that's probably some shit I would do.
Yeah, dude, that shit is so funny. We don't eat on the bed though.
Yeah, I have never eaten in bed.
We will when we do the hotel thing. We'll get breakfast in
yeah,
bed
but that's different.
Sure.
I've never eaten in my bed.
I don't want to clean my own bed with bacon grease on it.
Yeah.
But I will do it in a hotel. No problem, bro.
That is so funny.
Check this out, dude.
All right. Looks like you got yourself a mighty fine pineapple there, young lady.
First of all, did you know that you could even do that?
No.
You could take the fucking core out and you just pull them little by little.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of pineapple myself. Okay, we're digging in here. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
What?
What?
Yeah, it's so funny because that girl's kind of cute too, and then she just eats the fucking.
That is so funny. His reaction is the same as mine.
He does. That's his whole TikTok. He just reacts to videos. What? I don't even think he's an actual cowboy. I think he just does that. That's his shtick.
Yeah, that's
and
all right.
I'm here
okay
for
with
it.
that. Yeah, I'm here for it.
God, dude, I'm literally about to yak. I came down here to get a Capri Sun, and there's...
I'm not gonna lie, the Italian side of me doesn't mind the pronunciation, but the side of me that lived through the 90s is fucking disgusted.
Capri Sun.
The Capri Sun.
Yo, Capri Suns were the shit,
Capri Suns. They were, but okay, so there was a time where something happened to them, and I never had one after. When they started coming out with the, like, there was like a bad batch.
A bad batch of
Capri Sun.
Like botulism or something.
It was like fucking wild.
What's your favorite Capri Sun flavor? Because I already know mine.
Fruit punch.
Fruit punch?
Mine was fruit punch.
Bro, you motherfuckers don't know about Ecto Cooler, the Ghostbusters edition.
Oh,
that's the shit, dude. Okay. With Slimer on the front.
He did special edition.
Woo! That is the best. You have to order that, like special order that shit now. You can't get it anymore. All right, let's go to the next one here. For you, baby. Oh, shit.
Oh, it took me a minute, but no, you have to burn that house down.
I don't know. I did that for you. I thought I would get a better reaction.
No, just set the whole place on fire. Okay, she's by the oven. Just turn it on. Like, just walk away.
Just back over leave.
Grab the cats and get out. Ma'am,
from my friend.
Oh, this is so fucking funny.
It looks like like the fire came from the oven. Yeah, that's where the spider was.
The fire department comes like, what are you trying to do? So this is a girl at a music festival and she's looking for all her friends.
Okay.
I'm trying to find my friends, but every bitch looks the same. I can't tell.
That is hilarious.
That is exactly true. Yeah, I've never taken you to a music festival before. That's it.
Yeah, no. But now I know what to wear.
All these girls.
Shorts and a tiny shirt.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is crazy right here. Look at this kid. This kid is gonna be a problem in the schoolyard, yo. Dude. Yo.
What the fuck?
That's gonna be my son, bro.
Dang.
That was that's some power for a little kid like that.
That's a lot of power.
Yeah, that kid. If that kid gets bullied, he's gonna knock somebody out.
Yeah, but the problem, like the only problem with teaching a kid that young how to be that vicious is that they don't necessarily know the right from wrong yet. You're still dealing with basic, like, play nice, learn how to share.
I mean,
imagine if like this kid goes into kindergarten and they're trying to teach how to share.
How old is that kid, you think? 8?
I would say close to kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah. Really? He looked pretty big.
No.
Maybe because I'm Asian, we're really tiny when we're small.
I was really tiny
and when we're adults. Small. So no, I learned martial arts when I was 5, though, and I didn't like go around beating up kids.
There's a little bit of a difference between learning martial arts and being that kid.
That kid, you know,
that kid is a monster.
I just feel that
I mean, that was awesome. Don't get me wrong.
I just feel that if you do have some aggression, it's better to take it out on mitts than on people.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I feel that any combat sport, whether it's like any martial art, you know, whether, you know, boxing, karate, anything, Muay Thai, anything like that, you're channeling your emotions to something else, and in turn you're getting this workout, and I feel like it does something to your brain. You're a little bit more at peace and things like that. So
I can see that.
Dude, our kid, as soon as he pops out, bro, I'm putting a gi on him. You know what I mean? He's gonna be in a karate gi.
Little baby.
You know what I'm saying? That's his first word is like kumite. Oh shit!
Oh my
All
god!
right, let's go.
Ah, you missed it.
I keep missing the button. Hold on. All right, here we go. I thought this was cool. This is a haunted house in Chicago. You want to go?
No.
This is one of the characters in it. Come on, that's sick, dude. That's like a scary Jason Momoa. Look at that. You want to go, babe?
No.
No? All right. Imagine it's just a guy hanging out outside.
Right.
That thing looks sick, right? Come on, babe.
I mean, he definitely has some skills, but I don't need to be around him.
All right.
Oh, God.
Damn.
That's so funny.
Oh shit.
It's so funny.
You want to try that? I know you like chiropractors. You can try it on your feet. Babe.
Yeah, seriously, my ankle has been hurting so bad since last week. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that they could pop your ankle. Oh shit, they broke it off. Never mind.
Here we go. I have to mute this. Teacher's like, let them come. I don't know if this is going to be funny. He's got a gat. He's got the quiet kid as a gat. He's about to shoot up the school. I don't know why I picked this. I really don't, and I'm sorry that
because you're such a nerd.
That thing didn't land for me even right now.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of church signs that my followers have sent me that are definitely not funny or suggestive in any way whatsoever. First off, we have Bella Vista Baptist Church. Forgiveness is swallowing when you want to spit. Okay. Second, we have Hickory Flat Fellowship. The best way to the top is on your knees, if you say so. Third, we have Gospel Harvest Church. The Lord is and will come as he came in you. No. Fourth, we have Forest Hills Evangelical Free Church with the timeless Bible verse Psalm 16:11. In your right hand there are pleasures forever. Praise the Lord. Open Door Baptist Church. Jesus is touching you. Please stop, Jesus. And finally, we have the House of Prayer. Eat the devil's corn, you will choke on his cob. We now have this honorable mention. Blue Ball Baptist Church.
Bro!
Oh my god, that is so funny. Those are great.
That's so good. All right, we'll watch like two more, okay? And we'll get you out of here, right? Let's do this one here.
Oh, everybody, everywhere you
Okay,
go.
so this is one of my favorite podcasts, and let me give you a little bit of backstory about who this person is. This person's name is TT Jerry, and he is a transgender. Who he refers to himself as a tranny, actually, who went to jail with some very famous criminals, and you know, like she blew the Son of Sam, and I forgot there was one dude. I forgot which killer it was. He was in jail with a bunch of serial killers, and he like cut one of their dicks off with a tuna can. Like, it's crazy. And this this is how she's talking about the vaccine, but she says Visine.
Now everybody, everywhere you go, gym, restaurants, even the airport. If you ain't got a Visine card and you in the airport, they're not going to let you get on the plane.
They won't let you get on the plane unless you got that Visine.
It's crazy.
You need Visine. It is because there's a lot of people, they still don't want the Visine.
Yeah.
I mean, they can make you take no Visine.
They're not going to.
They can make you put something in your body you don't want to put in your body.
I don't want to. If I want to get the Visine, I'll get the Visine. If I don't want to put the Visine in my body, I'm not going to put the Visine in my body.
But do you think it's fair for them to make that?
No, I don't.
Like,
I don't think it's fair.
People that don't want to put that in their body, so now they're not allowed to travel.
No. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair, and that's why I don't use Visine anymore. I use Clear Eye.
That's Chris Stefano. I love that dude. He's mad funny. Yeah, TT Jerry just got out of jail, and the first podcast I fucking saw him, and he was like talking about all these crazy stories, how like the Son of Sam would like jerk off to him. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
That's wild.
That is so wild. He went to jail for some kind of like manslaughter or some kind of crazy shit. Yeah. Burglary, shit like that. Let's watch this.
This person made a TikTok saying Gary Lee.
Oh, this is fucking great because I actually saw the original of this TikTok where a person said, "Hey, Gary Lee, I found your ID."
Okay.
Please hit me up in the DMs and I'll give it back to you. It's a driver's license. And then look at this shit.
So this person made a TikTok saying, Gary Lee, please DM me. I found your wallet. Bro, this comment section. Look at his name. He said, that's my brother's ID. This is Gary Lee's mom. I will give this to my son. This is the profile picture. He said, I'm his sister. You can give it to me. This is the profile picture. I laughed way too hard at this one. Identity theft is not a joke. Seriously. Leave it there or pick it up in the morning. This the real me. I promise no scam. I'm Gary Lee's dog. I'll return it safely to my owner. I don't even know what to say to this.
Oh my god.
Dude, TikTok is fucking savage.
That
man.
is
it's
so
amazing.
funny.
You know? It's great. All right, let's see.
Alicia, come here.
This is you, babe.
This is me. Oh, shit. No, that's not me.
I heard she's deceased now.
Yeah.
Let's just finish this off actually, because we're at about 58 minutes. We should do at least an hour. So I got a couple of more.
Man, no one cared who I was till
All right, so this is different actors auditioning as Bane. Okay.
Man, no one cared who I was till I put on the mask. Yeah, now is not the time for fear. That comes later.
Well, I guess you have my permission to die.
You think darkness is your ally, but you merely adopted the dark.
No, dude, that would be extremely painful. For you!
I am necessary evil. Well, I guess the fire rises. Is that it? Is that the line?
I don't know who that last two people are.
I think it was supposed to be Jared Leto.
I think so, yeah. But that was pretty funny, though.
That was pretty great. He was pretty spot on for most of those.
Yep. All right. And what's this going here?
Bartender, I really did it this time.
I gotta mute that. Dude, that is so bad.
That is so funny.
Holy shit, that's bad.
That's
Is that
wild.
real?
It doesn't look real.
It doesn't look real. It looks not real. But I also at the same time could be real.
It could be. But
I don't know. That looks so
highly
bad.
unlikely.
Would you get that if we went to Florida or something?
So
what if we went to Vegas?
I would get burnt.
Yeah.
So it would be red on the outside. Like her complexion is very, very even and then super pale in that one area.
So you're thinking there's some tomfoolery going on.
I'm thinking it's makeup.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
That would be my thought. I mean, it's still fucking good.
I think I am easily fooled, right, John?
yeah. I mean, she's right. It's like skin tone and then super white. Like it's not. Yeah, it would be red. And
not to mention, normally with face masks, they come back a little bit further. Her face mask is literally in this nice little.
All right.
But I mean, look, she's a pretty girl.
That's why I'm down.
She's a pretty girl.
You were fooled by her beauty.
I gotta mute this shit before I get flagged. Is this real? Can you do this? Look at this shit. Look how crazy this is.
Wait, what the fuck?
Because of a medical condition known as pupillar duplex. In this condition, a person has two pupils and two irises in one eyeball. And it affects approximately 0% of the population.
Super rare.
Typically, 0 in 1,000 births are affected by pupillar duplex.
So it's like, it's not even 1%. It's like less than.
Wow.
It's insane. I don't know. But
that was wild.
I thought it was pretty wild. I thought it was the work of the devil, man.
Just rip it, Ev. You ready?
Nice feel good New York City moment. Lady singing karaoke out there.
You better get it. Yeah.
See, I knew you liked that.
That sounded good.
The top comment was, "What in the Brooklyn is this?" That's exactly where that happened.
Oh yeah, that had to have
That's
been.
definitely Brooklyn.
But first off, that girl could sing too.
She was
good, and then he came out and he was good. See, the problem with New York is that I would say a solid 75% of people who are performing around here probably should not be performing around here. Like solid 75% are like good drunk karaoke.
Yeah,
like good.
That
drunk
lady
karaoke.
was.
That lady was
good. And that saxophone dude was good also.
Was also very good.
So
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good. I downloaded that for you. You know what I'm saying?
I should marry him.
For you, bro. Okay, so this is great here. So I gotta mute the beginning of it. And then it says guys with dad bods, a beard, and dark hair. And she's like doing this thing. You know, you want me
disclosure. I'm 27 with a 25-year-old girlfriend, so in no way is this video response me trying to proposition myself with this girl, okay? She's probably way too young for me anyway. This is just a realization I'm having in real time. The paradigm shift from being unattractive and and undesirable most of my life to like now being an entire subset of women's whole demographic is nuts to me. Y'all ain't even see the caption. It said bonus if he has tattoos. Hello, like look at me. I am literally that. I'm a walking TikTok. What the fuck? It's just wild that for most of my life I was not the desired face or body type like at all. Like none of this. Nobody liked that shit. All of a sudden now I'm supposed to believe I'm people's whole package? Nah, I don't trust it.
So should I just get fat then? And is that what you want?
Yeah, no.
All right. I mean, babe, I mean, you know, am I gonna try to get this young filler?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you want me to just dress like that? I got you.
Maybe the wedding night. You don't know. Put it on
Maybe
Patreon.
the wedding night.
Put it on Patreon.
Put it on Patreon. Nothing sacred.
Here we go.
Hey, let me see the pictures we took on your phone before church yesterday. All right. Yeah, I mean, they came out good, to be honest. Okay, let me see.
Oh, God. I forgot I had that open. Why did I even save that? Oh, maybe she didn't see it. Maybe. Oh, damn, she definitely seen it. How could she not? This girl was doing her shit stupidly crazy. Oh, God. Let me try to change the subject.
Wait, didn't I send them to you already?
Oh, damn, she not going for that, Cuddy. Let me just keep acting like it didn't happen.
Actually, I think I did send them. Let me see your phone real quick. What was that? What video? I mean... Give me your phone. Yes, ma'am.
That's his mom.
That's
shit.
so funny.
That's so great. It's just like clapping.
I know. That's so funny.
Oh shit! All right, we have about 3 more vids left. This is so...
Oh God.
Here we go.
He's laughing for.
Bro, I'm just so sick and tired of black people living out all these stereotypes. Hey, yo, what are you doing with that TV? Oh, I'm stealing it.
What? Yo, that watermelon though.
Oh, that lady? That's all she does.
Is just eats watermelon like that?
Yeah, massive TikTok.
Yo, that shit is.
She's
wild.
like being sexually inappropriate with it. Like she'd be like kissing it. Don't tell anybody. She's like,
oh my
yeah,
God,
it's like
that's
mad
so funny.
And then she's like, I'm stealing it. What the fuck, dude? Holy shit.
So stupid.
Would we be best friends or would we debate all the time? Marvel or DC?
Let's do this. Okay, so maybe we should take this test. What do you think?
Okay.
Would we be best friends or would we debate all the time? Marvel or DC?
I'm Marvel.
Do you like?
I'm DC 100%.
He's DC.
So I'm very torn on this.
No, you're DC.
Because I love Marvel movies, but when it comes to real comic book stories, in animated form, DC is so good at it.
Yep.
And I do love the Justice League, man. I just don't like the movies they're in, but I do love the Justice League. If I'm gonna pick my favorite superhero, it's gonna be Batman or anyone in that Bat family, Red Hood, those guys. Those are my favorite.
Yep.
So, you know, it's tough. It's tough, but I feel more connected with Marvel right now because I watch so many Marvel movies and Marvel shows and you know, DC, like it's like the Suicide Squad is a breath of fresh air, the new Suicide Squad movie. So I'm actually going Marvel on this one, even though I hate to say that. Let's go to the next question.
Star Wars.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
I will say, I will be specific. The original 3 Star Wars.
Okay, that's you pick Star Wars. How about you, John?
Star Wars, definitely.
So I have a bigger connection with Star Trek because I'm a huge nerd. I like the Next Generation a lot.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite things.
I mean, I would say that.
You know, Jean-Luc Picard, I've rewatched it so many times. Data, Geordie LaForge, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I really like that. I didn't connect with the Star Wars movies or the Star Wars universe really till I was older, you know? And when the first 3 came out, I didn't understand that shit. I was a third world country fucking kid, and I was like, what the fuck?
It's
like,
so funny.
the Ewoks are fucking like
love
being
the
crazy.
Ewoks. Those are my favorite.
I do love the Ewoks. Yeah, I'm gonna go Star Trek on this one.
You go Star Trek.
All right.
Wars or Star Trek? Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones?
Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Lord of the
too?
Yes.
Oh man,
I grew up on it,
dude. I fucking
And I'm
love
not.
Game of
I'm
Thrones.
not saying that I didn't like Game of Thrones, but Lord of the Rings, I had a very, very special connection to.
Oh
I
yeah.
could watch those.
Is his name
movies.
fucking Aragorn of Arathorn or Legolas?
Legolas. Are you fucking kidding me, Aragon?
John's laughing.
Fucking Legolas.
Dude, that dude is a great actor, though.
I had
Aragorn.
a pillow of Legolas.
Are you? And you just like humping
fucking? No, I never actually.
There was a stain right on his face.
My mom got me this pillowcase of like Orlando Bloom, and I never put it on because I was in college.
That's so.
And I was like, I was in a dorm, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking weird. And it was a co-ed dorm. Like that was the last that I needed. Was
to
like,
be fair, I do love both of these universes quite a bit.
I like them both. Yes.
You're just mad because the way that the series ended in Game of Thrones. That's why you mad, bro.
I'm not mad about anything. I liked Game of Thrones. The ending was trash.
Do you miss though? Do you remember when Game of Thrones would be on and every Sunday you and I would be like, dude, we're gonna watch Game of Thrones now.
Yeah.
And we would just can't wait to see that shit. And I haven't had a show do that in a long time. That was probably the last one.
Lord of the Rings was like the first of its kind. Like
it was good.
Peter Jackson,
it was good, man.
Like he had created a world that we had never really experienced like that.
Yeah.
In a movie, and it was just so flawless. In fact, still to this day, if I get a new like surround sound system, I always test it with the big battle in the second movie when all
Two
of the
Towers.
Yeah, when all of the orgs are standing outside and they start they start slamming it down.
Yeah.
There's nothing that lets you know that your surround sound is working than hearing like the sound of everybody beating, their sticks to the ground and like the ground shaking and like the surround sound will start shaking and shit. That's when you know your surround sound is working 110%. And if you don't get that feeling,
good choice.
It's not working right. You got to fix it.
Good choice for sure.
Rings or Game of Thrones? Harry Potter or the Chronicles of
Harry Potter.
Yeah. So even me on this one, I'm going with Potter, even though I don't like both of these.
Harry Potter, and I love Harry Potter.
Do you watch any of these, John?
Well, and see, where I stand on with Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and Chronicles of Narnia is I read all the books before like the movies ever came out.
Which one do you like most?
Okay, on this one, I gotta say Harry Potter, just because, and it's kind of a dumb reason, but just because there's more. It's a longer, series, and the movies were honestly better than the Narnia movies. They kind of blew a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah,
Narnia is whack, bro.
But I will say that Harry Potter was also really unique in its releases. So like Harry Potter went on for so long in the books that they had midnight releases. And it was like a thing to, if you were going to get the book, which you had to get the book when it released, you had to go to the midnight release. And it was like, you know, that was one of the first times that I remember that ever being done.
And the funny thing is, my the girl I was dating at the time when all of them were coming out, she was a merchandiser at Walmart, so she would be there actually putting the product out, and she would just like keep it back for me, and I didn't have to like show up or whatever.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a good hookup right there.
I was such a Harry Potter nerd that my dog, who passed away a couple years ago, her name was Muggle. So that is straight geek fandom.
You know, the thing with Harry Potter and the Chronicles of Narnia is that I don't know if, because I never read the books, okay? I just watched the movies, and I don't know if I was just too old when I watched them, but I didn't connect to it as much. So when Fantastic Beasts came out, I actually liked those a lot, because they were older. Yeah. And, you know, in Harry Potter, it's like these little kids. They're like, Leviosa, bitch. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, I'm not, you know. And I remember the very last movie, right? Before I watched it, somebody told me like, oh, you're going to like this one, bro. It's so dark. And I'm like, I watched it and I'm like, this is dark to you? Like, you know what I mean? Because I watch really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
That my favorite genre is horror. So I watch fucked up shit all the time. So if you're going to tell me something is dark, you know, somebody's got to be buried with their dog or something. You know what I mean? Like something really fucked up. And although I did enjoy how dark the last movie was, it wasn't. I just didn't connect with the
books were really...
I didn't connect with it the way a lot of people that I know connect with it, like you, and a lot of people that are fans of the show.
You have to remember that I read the books as well.
Dude, my mom read the books.
Yeah, I read.
My mom crazy.
The books.
She read the books. She read Chronicles of Narnia. She read Hunger Games. My mom she read Game of Thrones, dude.
Yeah, it's wild.
Which is tough to read.
But I will say that one of the funniest things that it always stands out in my mind, and I see this meme periodically, is people have pointed out that Harry Potter is one of the only movies, or the only movie, that in the final movie to release, they actually did not put the title of the movie on the posters. It just said the battle ends.
And people knew what it was.
And everybody knew that it was Harry Potter. And
guerrilla
it's
marketing, baby.
Never been done. It's never been done before. There's always like, it would say Harry Potter somewhere on there, but everybody knew it so well that it was, you know, that says a lot. It says a lot.
Yeah.
Narnia.
That's what I'm saying.
Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Do you? Nope. We're going ahead.
PlayStation or Xbox.
Ah, okay.
Ooh.
I'm probably going PlayStation on this one.
PlayStation.
I don't think Kelly has a stake in this.
I have no stake in this.
How about you, John? Do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go PlayStation. And I've had probably equal amounts of both, but like PlayStation was like I had the original PlayStation.
Same.
And I mean, yeah, it's just PlayStation.
I do remember one time where I loved Xbox more. That was when the 360 came out. And the reason why I loved Xbox so much when the 360 came out is the PlayStation 3 focused on Blu-ray technology, which was the wrong move because the world did not move into Blu-ray, which they predicted it would. And what Xbox did, what Microsoft did, was they focused on their online platform, which Xbox Live was superior to Sony Online at that time. It was so good. It was the best. Link up with your friends, play a game. And during the 360 era, I definitely loved the Xbox more, but I'm back to PlayStation again now. So I'm going PlayStation on this one too.
How'd we do?
There you go. I think we're on the last video here. Let's see, the last one. Let's see what it is. There's a girl in it. I love this one. I fucking love this one because this girl is from North Carolina.
Okay.
It's gonna fucking bug you out. Okay.
All right, let's see.
Here we go.
Up to me and they're like, oh, your voice doesn't match your face.
Yeah, tell me about it. Welcome to my personal hell.
Dude, that girl sounds exactly like that. She's from NC. She grew up in NC. She's like fucking Asian. I don't know what Asian she is, but all of her TikToks are just sounding like that.
I don't know.
You don't believe her?
I don't know. It's very like you will get
people come up to me and they're like, oh, your voice doesn't match your face.
Yeah, tell me about it. Welcome to my personal hell.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you ever met
Maybe.
Asians like that in North Carolina?
It's how many people did you hear who sounded that Southern? In North
I've
Carolina?
heard maybe out of 10 people, I would say 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
this
they
gal
had to be,
could have grown up
Yeah,
in an area
that's
where
why I
it
said
was,
I don't know, because she'd
Yep.
have to have really been in a
Mhm.
rural area.
But I've watched a bunch of
Rural.
her TikToks for proof.
Yeah, but that could be her
100%.
shtick.
Yeah.
You
it
don't
could-
know.
It could be, but you
I mean, she's mad cute. I don't give a shit what she sounds like. She's from my home, like my home state. Rock on.
I'll be honest with you. I've lived in the South my entire life, and the only Asian person I've heard sound like that is the guy on the Revenge of the Nerds movies. So,
Because I will say this, it's not just
What if she's a mixed baby?
it's not just
You know what
who
I
you
mean?
grow up around. It's
Yeah.
how your parents sound.
Yeah. So what if like her
you're
dad or her
learning-
mom is Southern?
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah, but then she wouldn't sound that Southern because she'd be taking the accent of one parent and mixing it with the accent of the other parent.
That's her whole. It could. You know what? Now
Because
that
at the end of
maybe
the
you're
day,
convincing me now. That
You've
it's a shtick.
heard my parents, and my
Mhm.
parents are from New York State. They don't have a Southern
Your parents
accent.
sound like white parents on a sitcom. That's
And
what they
yet
sound like.
I was born and
Almost
raised.
like Bobby's World, but not
Yeah,
that
not-
accent.
not with the
that
Wisconsin
accent. Yeah,
accent.
not that accent. Just like,
Oh, gee golly, Bobby.
yeah, she'd be like, oh, Ray, do you want toast? You know what I mean? Like very Americana vibe.
But
And
no accent.
Southern, no twang at all.
But
Like,
they've
not even a
lived there
little bit.
for over
Yeah.
20 years.
There's
They've
no
lived there for a
twang.
long time. And I mean, longer than 20 years because I was born and raised there. So they've lived there like 40 years. They don't have an accent. And I learned how to speak. I was born and raised there, and I don't have a thick accent. So
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a damn shame that you do not have an accent.
I mean, but maybe it's not. I would say it's a
fucking-
50-50 toss up.
If we move to North Carolina, would you get one? Like, will it develop?
I mean, if you wanted me to,
You need to call me darling and honey all the time.
I'll call you darling right now.
No, but it's not. You know,
Be like,
Kelly, he wants pigtail braids and a Southern accent. Okay.
I see this. God, I gotta work harder.
I want a flannel shirt like tied up. It's like showing like a crop top
Little
and like
bit of,
jean shorts
Dukes of
and
Hazzard.
cowboy boots, dude.
Little Dukes of Hazzard over here.
Dude, John, thank you so much for doing the show. It was
Yeah.
so awesome. We went on a little bit long tonight because we were having such a good time with you. Thank you for always supporting the channel.
Yeah.
And if there's ever anything we can do for you, bud, let us know. Everyone, please follow Grateful Panic Knife Reviews on YouTube and Instagram. That's right?
Yes, sir. That is it.
Everyone,
And
please go follow him.
I appreciate it, Ray. I mean, it was my pleasure. You definitely don't have to thank me for coming on to your podcast. It's actually an honor. So.
Oh man, thanks so much. I hope you had
So
a great
kind.
time because we definitely did. This is your boy in the NYC. It's me, Ray, and your girl Kelly, and your boy Grateful Panic Knife Reviews saying peace.
Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.